Hey, what's up, man? I want to talk about age gaps, dating. Um, I hear a lot of people say age is nothing but a number. Uh, that's 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 a tricky saying, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because I hear a lot of people say that. We hear that song by Aaliyah, "Age ain't nothing but a number." Uh, I, I you know, I I don't always think that's true. I think people say that age doesn't matter. No, sometimes age do matter. I'm sorry. A lot of us may not want to accept this, but age do matter when it comes to dating, okay? Because, I know we live in a day and age where you have you have young, mature men like myself and others who are very mature, very, very intelligent. And so we kind of I don't know what it is about us. We kind of have a more we kind of have a more what's the word I'm looking for? We kind of have a more um, we kind of bond more with people that are older than us. So that includes women. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm this is coming from a person who have dated women that in my I've been with women that was older than me. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. There's pros and cons of being a young man being with an older woman. Because now, first of all, before I say what I'm about to say, I'm not talking down on older women because a lot of y'all are gorgeous. Y'all are a lot of these older women are gorgeous. I'll give credit where it's due. But see, you have to see as a young man, okay? As a young man, you have to think logical, okay? You have to think logic. You have to really use logic, okay? Because I know a lot of people like to say, it's an old saying with the young men, man, I love older women. Older women are fine. And I mean, I get it. I totally understand. I get it. But you really have to think long and hard, okay? You have to think long and hard because if you are a person who is looking, if you are an individual, you are a single man who is looking for some true intimacy, and you're looking for, if you looking to, are you looking for to have a lifelong partner? You know what I'm saying? You got to think about this. You know, you might want to have a family. You know what I'm saying? And let's just keep it real. There are some women, women, they get to a point where they can't have children no more. Vice versa. We as men, no matter how old we get, we can still produce children. You know, so as men, yeah, as you young men, got to think about this. You got to think real hard about this. Now, if you're not looking for no children, if you don't want to have no children ever, then that's fine. You know what I'm saying? By all means, do your thing. But if you're a young man and you want some children, you got to think real hard about that. You know what I'm saying? You got to think real hard. Because I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like I've met some older women. We got along so good. But like I said, it was the pros and cons. Um, it's she can't have kids. I know for me, I want to have. I don't have no kids. Okay, I don't have no kids at all. But doesn't mean I don't want kids. I want to have a nuclear family. I want to have that strong traditional family, and I cannot do that with somebody that's older than me. Now here's the thing. If a woman, I would say, if that woman is like maybe like four, say if she happens to be like, I don't know, maybe like maybe like 4 or 5 years older than me. Okay, all right, that's not that old. You know what I'm saying? But if she like 10, 15, 20, 25 years older than me, unfortunately, that's going to be a no go. And that's a very unfortunate thing because I have met some older women where me and this person got along so good. And I'm like, dang, I've thought to myself, man, why can't you be my age or why can't I be your age? You know what I'm saying? Because I've met certain women that I spoke to that was older than me. And I'm like, man, the only thing I can think to myself is, man, somewhere in another life, you and I would have made a good wife and husband. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like I said, I give credit. I get it. But unfortunately, that's just what it is. Now, like I said, if you are a young man and you don't want kids, you know what I'm saying, then by all means, do your thing. And then you also got to think, and some of y'all may disagree with me on this, okay? Some of y'all may disagree with me on this a lot, but when an older woman is with a younger man and vice versa, is that really love, or is that just a form of lust? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Because let's just keep it real. A lot of 9 times out of 10 with older women who get with younger men and vice versa, younger men get with older women. A lot of that comes from a form of lustfulness. It comes from a form of lustfulness because not this older woman, she's probably been with her. She probably just got recently divorced. You know, she's been with her, I don't know, her ex-husband for maybe like 10, 15 or 20 years or whatever. So she's probably been in a miserable marriage. So now she's damaged or whatever. But now she's trying to find some like, she's trying to find some companionship to heal from that, which is not good because she's trying to heal. She's trying to heal through that trauma through pleasure. You know what I'm saying? And then vice versa. But you as a young man, you feel like you can't have you've met you don't feel like you're compatible with women around your age limit. So then that kind of makes you feel like you feel very lonely. So now you're trying to find some companionship with an older woman, and now guess what? That turns out to not be no true companionship. That just turns out to be just straight up sexual pleasure. You know what I'm saying? And so I understand that a lot of people like to say that age is nothing but a number, and I get it. But at the same time, it's like we have to think logical. You have to think really logical, okay? And like I said, I know for me, I need to be with somebody that I can. I need to be with somebody I can grow old with. I need to be with somebody where we can actually grow old together with. You know what I'm saying? Have children, have some grandchildren with. You know what I'm saying? The old nuclear family. And unfortunately, that's not something that I can have with an older woman. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me though. I mean, y'all let me know how y'all feel.